Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back. This is the ultimate love letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. Welcome to season 2, and we are just getting started. I want to thank everyone that supported season 1 of T.U.L.L, and I want to thank you for returning for season 2. There is so much I want to share. God has just taken me on a grand journey, and there's no coincidences. Like the restorative process that He took me on this hiatus was much needed, and He just spoke deeply and showed me so many different things. I was taking notes like a mad woman this last couple weeks. So many convos that I cannot wait to just pour out and share with you. So much transformation. When we talk about how God can transform instantly, oh my goodness. I believed it. I knew it then. And just through our brief pause from season 1 to season 2, God has transformed me deeply, and I can't wait to get into it. I just thought, oh my gosh, we got to get into that in our first convo back. Just how miraculous God is. You know, it's story time. We talk a lot about the power of our intentions. We talk a lot about how God has the ability to answer instant prayers, and He will do so according to our belief. When we sit down to pray, if we can only wrap our mind around, if we only believe what we are praying for, like it is done, so it will be done. And I understand that the work is really just getting to the point where we can believe that what we are coming to God for in prayer is done. That is our work. We don't even need to move beyond that space. If we can just ask God for things and know that they have been delivered, it will be created in our reality, then that is our most important work. And as we believe that they are done, God will give us the next steps on what needs to be done next. For me, it just hit different, during our hiatus. I sat down. Now, let me pick up. If you we're listening to the final convos of season 1, then you know I have been very transparent of being in a long season of change. And even though, I have kept my eyes on God, I believe God for the goodness to come about. Those little worry bubbles, they pop into our head, right? And we're only human. I don't ponder there though. They pop into my head, and as soon as they pop into my head, I know that is my cue to release it. And so I just continue doing that. Oh, I'm worrying. Nope, I'm releasing it. Oh, no, I'm worrying. Nope, I'm giving it to God. Oh, I'm worrying. Nope, this is God's. It's not mine. But even in that, I just sensed, well, actually, I didn't sense. God was telling me that I am blocking blessings. And I thought, my goodness, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm thinking I'm praying and I'm believing you, God, for goodness. But He's true. God makes no mistakes. And if I'm being honest, yeah, I kind of sense perhaps I am thinking about the outcome a little bit too much. I'm not deeply relaxing as God would have me to, because I do sense anxiety would come in, and perhaps it was just coming in far too often. I was allowing it to come in far too often than it needed to. And even though I would release it as soon as anxiety came, I just kind of felt like, you know what, perhaps it shouldn't be popping in this often, right? So I need to take a look at what it is that is blocking God's goodness, God's blessings. What God is essentially saying, like, Joe, you are blocking this. Go deeper into what beliefs you're still holding on to that need to go, so that I can rush in with the very blessings, the prayers that you are asking for. And we just had a lunar eclipse, and I know that is all about releasing. And as I was doing, goddess oracle readings just on myself and with friends, and just the meditation and the prayers that the time I've spent with God, everything was uniform. All the messages that were coming in were the same. What do you need to release? What is it that you need to let go of now that is blocking your future, the greatness of your future? And everything that came up when I asked my spirit that was limiting beliefs. And now this is crazy because I thought I was doing pretty good. And not even thought, I know I'm doing pretty good. But even though we are doing quote unquote pretty good, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. And your pretty good that was yesterday needs to be better, or should be better today, because we're always evolving. If we're not stunning our growth, if we are remaining open to growth and change and transformation, that means that day over day, we need to be getting better, right? Even a smidgen better, 1% better every day. So I think for me just continually saying, girl, you're doing good. Perhaps that fine line there between, yes, acknowledging that I am doing good. Thank you, God. I'm not beating myself up because I am doing the work, but also releasing that, knowing, yes, I'm doing good. I can do better. And I didn't really know where to begin, because it's like, God, okay, I am trusting you. I am releasing this to you. But then you, God, I just asked him point blank. This was my prayer. I said, God, remove the worry, remove the doubt. Like, I don't want it. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to give it to you. Remove it from me. Show me what I need to do. And immediately, because God works immediately when we're listening, I realized we were in the midst of Lent, which, if you don't know, Lent is the 40 days leading up to Easter. And it is the time where Jesus went into the desert fasting, and where he was tempted by Satan. And so I immediately said, okay, what can I fast on? What can I give up? And I immediately, organically, it rose in me. I need to give up the worry and the doubt. Everything that I have asked God for and I'm praying God for, it was essentially God had brought it back to fast, that is what you will give up. And so I thought, wow, okay, I'm going to fast on fear and doubt and worry. And I'm going to really, for the next 40 days leading up to Easter, I told God, I'm not going to worry about a thing until Easter. Until Easter. I can give you that until Easter. But this is how powerful God works. Yes, I say until Easter, but God knows that if I am just day over day, truly just refusing to worry and refusing to doubt, and if I'm saying till Easter, God will go beyond Easter. God will go on forever, as long as I come with him. So there it was. I said, I fast fear and doubt and worry, and I'm releasing it. I'm going to just celebrate the arrival of spring. I'm going to celebrate the arrival of Easter. I'm going to celebrate Lent by simply not worrying about anything. And as I set that intention, I am not kidding when I tell you this, I began to cry tears of joy. It was as if a new sense of freedom and calmness and peace and love just washed over me. And as I cried, as the tears just ran down my face, I can't make this up, I felt God's hand wipe away the tears so gently, so loving, and He held my face, and He was so still and so warm and so protecting and so guiding and so covering. And did I say loving? It was God's hands on my face, and He was wiping my tears. And as I felt that sensation, I just wept even more. I wept like crying out loud. Like, ah! Like it was incredible. And the most profound weeping of joy that perhaps I have had to date. I'm not done yet. So as that happened, and that happened early in the morning when I set the intention to release fear and doubt and worry, as I regained, myself, and I got up and I showered and then I went off to work with my first client, it wasn't even 2 hours later, I went in to meet with a client and a phone call came in and I had to excuse myself, and I went into the dining area that I rarely go into. And when I was on the phone, I just looked up and there was a painting on the wall, and it was just an image of a man's hand holding gently a woman's face who appeared to be weeping. It was so surreal. This is how God works. It was like God was confirming, yes, it was me. Yes, I was holding you. Yes, I was wiping the tears from your eyes. And it was so special. I began to tear up again. Like, thank you, God, you're confirming, everything that I already knew was true. I already knew it was you. I already felt your energy, your presence. It was undeniably you, but you are confirming it again in reality for me. Essentially, strengthening my faith, strengthening my belief. Everything that I said just 2 hours before, that I was going to release doubt and worry and unbelief. And here you are just strengthening it as a result of the action that you and I were engaged in, that intimacy that we were engaged in just a couple hours before. Not done there yet. So this day was beautiful, right? Birds were chirping, sun was out. I felt like I was on cloud 9. And God just would not stop talking. I went home later on that day and something popped up on my radar. I love Sade, but I hadn't been listening to Sade, and a song popped up and it was By Your Side. And those things that kind of just grab your attention, you don't know why, that's God trying to get your attention. And I know that. And so I knew that as I was drawn to that song, it was like God was saying, no, listen to the words. Because He was essentially speaking through the lyrics to me. And when I listened to the song, I started weeping again, because the lyrics were saying, oh, For me, this was the most profound lyric. She opens up and it says, "You think I will leave your side? You know me better than that." And I was reminded when I came to God with the help needed to release doubt and fear and worry, what I was essentially saying is, God, are you ever going to leave me? And I know He's not going to leave me, but if I'm doubting and I'm worrying, then that's essentially saying, oh, you don't think I'm going to be here forever. You think that I've been here up until this point, and you are doubting that I'll be and meeting you in your future points. So you believe I'm going to leave your side. So as the lyrics opened up, like, you think I'm going to leave you? You know me better than that. And that part, you know me better than that, just pierced me deep, because it was a reminder. God was essentially saying, girl, this relationship runs deep. We have an intimate, close relationship. You are following me closely. You know me better than that. I'm never going to leave your side. And it goes on. As I continue to listen to the song, and now I'm bawling, she says, I will wipe away your tears. And oh my goodness, when I heard that in the lyrics, I don't know if I've heard this song millions of times, and I don't know if I've really registered, but it registered that day. And God was saying, like, I will wipe away your tears, just like, ding, 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 He wiped away my tears earlier that day. So never discount the ways God is communicating to us. Never discount that God will meet us not only in the present moment, but He will forever be in our future moments. Will always just show up as the present moment, but only if we trust and we believe, and we can give the worry and the doubt to Him. And you know what happened? It has been now a few weeks, and I have zero doubt and zero worry. None. I have never, up until this point, ever had zero doubts and zero worries. I thought I did, because when the anxiety comes and, the worry comes in on, oh my gosh, what if, or oh my gosh, next week, and oh my gosh, I don't have anything, and oh my gosh, I need that. When those doubts come, I release them in the moment, but now I find myself, I don't even have to release anything because they're just not coming. How's that for the power of our intention? How's that for truly giving it to God? All I needed to do was set the intention, ask God's help for the intention, thank God for the intention, I said, and then I just moved accordingly, just a smidgen, and God just swooped me up. And He essentially has taken all of the doubt and the worry. It is surreal. It is phenomenal. It has transformed me to another level that even I didn't think was possible. I didn't think you could ever truly live without any worry. And here it is, few weeks later, I'm living with no worry. Like, and everything is just, oh my goodness. It's like cloud nine. I'm hearing the birds chirping all the time. And yes, I know it's spring, but it's like that nature in bloom and the birds speaking to God in their tongue. It's like becoming the soundtrack to this new, transformed, ascended life that I am on right now, of just essentially 100% no worry, 100% no doubt, 100% all belief. And on this level, at this point, it's like everything. I know I've said this before. Everything just floats to me, but now it's just floating faster and more rapidly. It's like, God, there was a block all along. Even though it was flowing in, because, we've been doing some good work, but there was still just like stones in the way that were kind of slowing down the miracles that God could really do if you just get those boulders out the way, those few little boulders that are just blocking the river stream. If you can just move them, boy, we can really run wild. And here I am with God's grace, removed them, and now it's just rushing it. I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with the goodness. And I so badly want to get into some of that goodness that has happened over the past few weeks. But I just feel this is our conversation for today, and those other goodness will be on our conversations next week. But just know, there's nothing to doubt. There's everything to believe in. God is the ultimate promise keeper, but we're going to have to get out of our own way. I heard a beautiful young woman speaking yesterday, and she was saying that, she was asking rather, how long do I trust God until I have to intervene? And it's a great question. And I get it. We all deal with, God, I'm giving it to you, but, this is due by Monday, and here it is, Thursday, and it's due on Monday. I'm giving it to you, God, but how long do I wait until I intervene? If we're looking at it like that, and we do look at it like that, I know, because I've been there, we haven't really given it to God. Giving it to God looks like this. You have something due on Monday. God knows too. He is a living God. He is a living, breathing God. He knows too. He wants to stretch your faith. So that means you're going to have to release it to him. You're going to have to go into conversation. God, you can reiterate, God, I have this thing due on Monday. I'm anxious about it. I'm going to trust that you will handle it and that you will guide me to the steps that are mine to take as you handle it. So that's on Thursday. But that means you don't pick it back up on Thursday. You take a nap on Thursday. You go out to dinner with your friends on Thursday. Come Friday morning, you thank God. Thank you, God, for handling it. I'm going to go to breakfast. I'm going to release. I'm going to meditate. As you continue to do that, God then will begin to give you subtle little movements on what to take, what to do, things that belong to you to do, things that he's asking you to do. Sometimes God will wait, and actually most times God will wait until that last moment, until you need to make it happen. But will you go all the way to those last moments to allow him to work? If you can, give it to him all the way through until the last moment you have to respond. Then you will see God move. The problem is we don't wait to that last moment. And God actually will never really take us past that. He will take you to the actual moment that you need to have it done, but you're going to have to release it to him. And don't worry. If there's things he needs you to do, he's going to communicate those to you. You can't, I know it's easy to say, yeah, but I can't wait till the last minute. I have a project that's due on Monday, so I need to start working on it by Saturday. Okay, if that's really true, God will answer it in enough time that you need to get it done. If it's Saturday and God still hasn't pressed it upon your heart, and this means you have gone into meditation, you have gone into prayer, you have created a space where you can hear God speak, and he has not spoken, then you can go beyond Saturday. It's still not time yet. God will show up, hear me when I say this, right on time. Yeah, you think you needed to respond by Saturday, but God knew, no, you had actually until Sunday morning to start this project. He took you all the way through the weekend. Now you can begin to work. And then it will be due on time. It will be ready on time only because you gave it to God. When we intervene with our thinking mind, yeah, we think we need 3 days to complete a project, for instance. God knows I can get this done in 12 hours. I can get this done in an hour if you really, truly give it to me. Get out of your own way. The waiting is only to strengthen your faith. God has created the world in 7 days. Your little project means nothing to him. Your little anxiety over how you're going to pay that bill is a drop in the bucket for him. All he wants is your faith that he will do it and the space to allow him to move. Go start believing. Go start setting intentions. Go start setting intentions. Go start praying with the belief that it's already done. When I set the intention that I would release worry and doubt and fear, I believed it was done. And by my belief, it literally was done. I think I believed it was done, but I didn't believe that it would be really 100% done. I would think maybe, okay, 98% done because I'm human. No, God took me all the way. I have no worry and no doubt in this moment. And I've told God we're going to live like this until Easter. But really, why stop at Easter? I want to live like this forever. I want to get out of my way 100%. I want to clear the way for God's greatness and God's goodness. He will do it. Step aside and let him. Thank you so much for joining our premiere of season 2. We are getting deeper. We are getting rawer. We are ascending in this new season. We are just getting started. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.